Autumn is here. I hope you can still hear me fine thanks to the new microphone. It's raining fairly hard and here in the car that's fairly loud as it's not insulated so far. Welcome to another video about the journey in building the most space efficient non-permanent conversion kits for vans. It's Thursday morning, or actually afternoon already. Well, on the day this video gets published, so I need to hurry a little bit. But I'm behind my schedule actually, because I've been designing the last design details yesterday night, actually this morning, 2 AM or something. But now the design for this van, for my conversion, is actually finished. And I'm so happy to finally show it to you. After it I need to go straight to fabricating all the parts, because I need to get this finished, as I rented my room that I'm currently living in to a friend from the beginning of October. So that's just a few days ahead. So I need to finish this then to be able to move into this van. Well, quite a hurry. Let's start. Over here is basically the most simple storage you can imagine. Goes up to this level, so above there will be the bed. And this will be on the level of the flipped over backrest of the two-seated bench over here. Just basic storage. Right next to it will be the fridge in front of the wheel housing over here. And then there will be another space above the wheel housing behind the fridge that you can reach when you just pull out the drawer of the fridge. Well, next to it over here there will be a drawer out that you can draw into the hallway. And this will be reachable from the front and back, or from the both sides, as this will host all the food and stuff that I need for cooking outside, but also for snacking inside. So by having a drawer that is available from the sides, I can manage to get to it from outside and inside fairly easily. Beneath there will be a big storage for my hiking backpack, and also some storage for my climbing equipment, and next to it will be the second water storage that I will use for cooking and stuff, maybe for cleaning, or if necessary for washing myself. Well, above the storage for the hiking backpack and water and climbing equipment there will be another shelf for just some clothes or stuff that's not dedicated this specially. There will be a piano over here, and right next to the piano there will be a little space for electric stuff, for cable management and so on. And this will be, kind of my charging port. Next to this shelf there's a board that goes up over here. This is to not only hold the shelves right next to it, but also to hold the mattress that will be right next to it. And this is a little bit curved, so the mattress will be bent inwards, and so that it doesn't flip over, there's a little board in there that holds the mattress from falling over. Well, then over here is the piano. Down here there will be the kitchen, and I managed to find a solution where I can actually use the kitchen as well from the inside while it's on its draw out, but also, that's what I will do usually, from the outside underneath the hatchback. So to use it from the inside I have to get the piano over. Therefore I have a storage space on top of the bed, even when it's not flipped out. And then over here of course I have these cutouts in the front to get to the shelves inside the kitchen, but I can also flip up the top of this cupboard to then reach to the stove and use this as well. And I'm pretty curious to see if the wood isn't getting too hot. I'm a little bit afraid of this, but therefore I will have my windshield that I'll put in front of it that reflects some of the heat, hopefully. I will test this carefully. And then above there are two shelves again, and the top shelf will host my guitar as well, that just fits here in front of the hatchback. Well, here's a step anyways, and the neck of the guitar will be in front of this. And as this is above the piano anyways, most of the times it won't be in the way, and that's pretty important. Beneath the kitchen there's a long space as well that will host the camping stools and also maybe the hiking sticks and all, well, longer stuff that fits in there. And then next to it there is a big cupboard that goes all the way to the ceiling with just a normal door. Behind there I will have space as well for clothes and other small stuff that's not dedicated to specific. And underneath there are 2 drawers again, and then underneath there is actually a space that hosts a little stool. The stool I will use for playing the piano, but also like sitting at the desk, because above the piano I can as well install a, well, tabletop. The tabletop is as well a part of the bed, I will just show you in a sec, and can be the tabletop for the camping table outside as well. Therefore the legs are actually in the cupboard where the hiking backpack will be as well, that you've already seen. And back to the little stool. This hosts also the toilet, a Boxio. Next to the Boxio storage, or the garage for my stool with the Boxio included, there will be a storage, well, that's where the corner is cut off, so I can walk nicely through here between the seats and this shelf. And this will host all my shoes. I think that's pretty neat, right next to the sliding door, to have a space for them. That's something I always missed in all the other conversions I've, well, lived in so far. Above there, here will be a sink with my first water supply here in the front that, well, will host the water that I can use inside to fill up my drink bottle or wash some, well, fruits or something, and or just my hands. But this sink, as you can see, is also angled 45 degrees according to the cut-off corner. And that's why there are 2 little spaces right next to it underneath the sink that I made little triangular shaped drawers as well. And of course you can take out the sink, as there is no grey water tank underneath. Actually, I've never missed that in the other conversions. It takes quite a lot of space and makes it much more complicated to use. I don't use much water inside anyways. The little water that I use inside can just stay in there till I'm able to empty it outside. And as I don't use any soaps or stuff that's, well, bad for the environment, I can just empty it basically anywhere without having to fear to, well, pollute the environment. And then there is a little cup holder for my toothbrush to hold. That's pretty nice, I think. That's just a little gimmick. The most important thing, how does the bed actually work? Well, the bed is combined out of 3 parts basically. The first part is above the cupboard over here, and I can slide the top of the cupboard above the hallway over here, and this sits on the cupboard on this side as well as still on the cupboard on that side. And this board is pretty important, as it's as well the desktop that I can set up in front of the hatchback, and as well the tabletop for the camping table that I can use outside. But that's together still not big enough to make a whole bed, and that's why there is a board attached to the backrest of this bench. And this board is actually a little too narrow. As you can see, the bed is wider over here and goes on top of the cupboard on this side, as I just told you. But I wouldn't like this board to stick out here permanently, so it would make it pretty hard to walk through there, because it's getting really narrow between this board and the cupboard. So that's why, well, this slides out to the side, but it also needs to slide out to the top, as I didn't want it to stick out here permanently as well, because I really enjoy having the view out of the back window while driving, and I didn't want to block this permanently. So that's why this board actually needs to be pulled up before then this backrest gets flipped over. And then by pulling up this board, this also slides out to the side and up, and then the, well, sleeping space goes all the way to the front to the driver's seat. And this makes a sleeping area of 2 meters by 120, which is pretty comfortable, I think, for camping in such a small van. Well, I haven't tried it yet in the real world if this mechanism works. Fingers crossed, I hope it does. We will see. But I think that's all about the design so far. I hope I haven't missed something, otherwise you will at least see it in the, well, finished build. Well, as I already told you, I would be really curious to hear your feedback about this design before I'm, well, finishing this, as long as I can still, well, improve things. As I plan to live in this van for quite some time, I'm really trying to make this as good as possible for my needs. So, thanks a lot for watching. In the next video there will be a lot of milling action on the CNC, and well, good luck with your projects, and then see you in the next one.